Look, I'm sorry, okay? I don't know what's wrong with me. You know what? We'll go to this one blind. Well, because we've got a bunch of posts that have been dropped in here by a Nubian. I want to take a look at them. We'll go one by one through a few of them, see what we have. But I was told that Lauren Boebert said something really dumb, so here we are. First of all, though, from Kitramina said, "Oh, this is not the one from Kitramina. Edie is yeah." From Kitramina, okay, not a real drawing, but I created this Suris costume design, and it's one of my favorite games to play. Animal Crossing: New Horizons was the best I could improvise with a design creator in the game. I mean, it's really close. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that is very obvious what that is. Also, Kira Sakura, thank you for redeeming your points for an ooh. There's also a hat with a slime Suris on it, front and back, and then just the design without. So yeah, actually it's very, very close. It's good. Next one we have is from Lexi the Mistress, and I think this is fucking adorable. Like, this just screams adorable to me. I like it. The last one we have is from YouTube Grudge, said updated the design slightly, far from finished, but almost there. And it's supposed to be a ballroom Suris. Still has a 6-pack that I will never have. As always, thank you all for your fan art submissions. If you want your fan art to be shown in a future video, the best way to do so is to drop it into the fan art section of the Discord. But with that said, we're going to get right into this. So let's take a listen. Not a lot of context.
So I pray for Ukraine, and I wish them the best. They have a great president right now who's really said clearly, live free or die. He said, I don't need a ride. Give me ammunition. The fight is right here. But we also have neighbors to the north who need freedom and need to be liberated, and we need that right here at home as well.
We have neighbors to the north. We have one neighbor to the north, Canada, that need to be liberated. How would you liberate Canada? What would you be liberating them from? What methods would the United States use to liberate Canada? What? Why? I've been in America long enough to know what that word means in this context. That means invasion. Lauren Boebert, why do people take you seriously when you say we should invade Canada? Why would you do that? But it's not just you. It's not just you. See, apparently Candace Owens is saying this shit too. Right-wing provocateur Candace Owens drew criticism Sunday for saying the U.S. should invade Canada in response to the Prime Minister cracking down on trucker protests. That stop talking about Russia, send American troops to Canada to deal with the tyrannical reign of Justin Trudeau. Justin Trudeau Castro, sorry. Did I blank this out of my brain? This was from months ago. How do I not remember that? I have no idea what that ad is. That is a porn ad. That is a porn ad. Straight up. No filter. That is an ad for porn. So can you click the ad, please, Suris? No. Look at my model and ask me why an ad like that comes up. Just ask. It's fine. It's easy to understand. Does he need liberation? I think that's about semen liberation. So that's an innocent manga model. Yeah, sure. No, I know exactly what those websites are. Those take you to hentai. If I saw an ad, I think it was for a webtoon or something, would I be surprised? Salem, that is porn. That is an ad for porn, Salem. It is exactly what that is. That is a conversation about a dick. That's porn. Suris is saying a lot about his browser history and tracking cookies. Pernia, you've known me a while. You know what I've commissioned. Are there any, like, is there any concern is not the word? Surprise. That's the one. That's the one. We know what kind of porn Suris likes now. How did this tell you anything? What is it? Laundry porn? Is that what you figured out? Jesus Christ. My God. Candace Owens then said that he has fundamentally declared himself dictator and is waging war on innocent Canadian protesters and those who have supported them financially. So I don't know a ton about the trucker protests that happened in Canada, but I remember there being something about like Nazi flags and shit that flew there. And I don't remember if that was dealt with quickly by the other truckers in the area. I don't remember. It might have been, but I don't know. But some critics respond with mockery. An all-new RPG adventure. That is an interesting... I'm pretty sure that's also porn. That's probably also porn. This one porn just gets an influx of views, but not an influx of ad clicks, and they wonder why. Yeah, that is almost certainly porn. It's all porn. It's all porn. Salem's just like, Suris. Salem, you can't even say you're disappointed. I literally ordered a Virgin Killer sweater model from you. Get an ad blocker. I have an ad blocker. It's not working on these sites. I have an ad blocker. It's not doing its job. Okay? It's not. I'm disappointed you don't have an ad blocker on this. I have an ad blocker. It doesn't work here. It doesn't work on this website, apparently. Response to Candace Owens here was, one of the things I love about this dumb person is how literally no one of importance listens to her as she screams into the void, wrote Ben Dominic, a conservative commenter and the founder of Federalist Online Magazine. Joe Walsh says, Candace Owens isn't fringe. She's ignorant and dishonest, but she's not fringe. If there's one takeaway from everything I say, it would be this. Candace Owens is not fringe. She's very much a mainstream GOP base these days. And that's scary. In a good way? Wait, hold on. What? As for your taste could be worse, I wish someone would do my laundry in a good way. Wait, Salem, why would you say that after literal laundry porn? Is this like when you were like, hey, everybody, please let me know if I can practice pickup lines on you? I mean in a real way, like literal laundry. Uh-huh, sure. This is exactly like the pickup lines. This is exactly like the pickup lines. You say you accidentally dug yourself into a hole. I don't think there's anything accidental happening here. You knew this would happen. You've been commissioned by Horny. Is there anything else here? However, Joe Walsh, a radio host and anti-Trump Republican, said that her views aren't fringe. We already looked at that here. Her comments echo those of other right-wing populists in the United States, Fox News personalities, and former President Donald Trump. They have spoken out in support of the truckers in Canada who've been protesting against a mandate requiring haulage workers making frequent cross-border trips to get vaccinated. Oh, they're just anti-vaxxers. I ceased caring about them. That was super quick. Vaccines are a good thing. Said free to play now. Is it also porn? That's also porn. Feel the fighting spirit surge and burst through your beautiful warrior's tight armor? Salem says, my laundry is already in the washing machine. I'm just struggling to turn it on. You know that's already been twisted by somebody. What the fuck? What the fuck? Bursting through your beautiful warrior's tight armor? I don't normally actually see these ads because of the ad blocker. It's kind of hilarious looking at them for the first time. But a video like this wouldn't be complete without another website that ad blockers doesn't work on, apparently. USA Today. Oh, right. I had to turn ad blockers off on the website. That's right. So a lot of news websites actually make you turn your ad blocker off so that you can view it. USA Today is one of them. So this is one of the ones that like my ad blocker has whitelisted because for me to view it, it has to have ads on. Salem says, Salem and Echo Source, I'm sorry, but help step Source. I accidentally fell into the dryer. Would you help me do the laundry? No. No. That's awful. That's awful. You're gonna get people shipping me and Salem now. Don't do that. So ad blocker's off, viewing up your skirt commences. Fucking hell. Oh my god, best day to not have ad blocker turned off. We're trying to talk about politics, and now we're just talking about anime porn. I mean, one of these things is more interesting than the other. It's true. So what if anything, it'd be Salem and their washing machine? I'm sure. Considering the statement was about a dryer. Amanda, thank you for redeeming your points for an ooh. You're awful. You accept this. Good. Miriam Rand, thank you for redeeming your points for an ada. That's actually wrong. It's converted because we finished the campaign. Ooh. Fucking hell. Poor Cherry having to edit this tragedy. I have concerns for Cherry's sanity. I'm actually fairly certain that, like, oh, Cherry, don't edit it out. Think about it. For Cherry, think about what goes through their head as they're editing this content. Think about it. You have to think. So Cherry edits for me and Xander Hall and does some work for Demon Mama. So my question is, chat, for people who are part of all three of those audiences, who do you think Cherry has to cringe harder at when editing? Who do you think Cherry has to cringe harder at? So I think you might need to start this topic over. Not at this point. You think Cherry has to cringe harder at Xander Hall? Well, fine. I thought it looks like I'm gonna have to work harder. More anime porn on stream it is. So I think they said Xander, apart from the laundry and the prawns, does anyone know what we're talking about? Apparently we're talking about Marjorie Taylor Greene now. Apparently. But this is the stuff we already knew. Marjorie Taylor Greene at a white nationalist conference, probably Joe Biden's fault.
Hi there, I'm with the Republican Party's Public Relations Department, and I'd like to speak to you briefly about a little whoopsie we had over the weekend involving GOP Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene. Before I get into that, God bless America, except for the godless liberals and anyone who disagrees with us. And please, don't forget to donate so we can continue to patriotically pay former President Donald Trump's legal bills and defeat wokeness and Hillary Clinton, and also invade Canada.
So you can bypass a lot of those ad blockers, right-click the ad blocker, inspect, go to settings, and then disable JavaScript. That is a lot of work. Isn't it better to just make fun of my viewing history? Isn't it better to just do that? Whoopsie. Oh, yeah, no. Marjorie Taylor Greene went to go be a headlining speaker at a Nicholas Fuentes rally, an America First rally, populated by white nationalists and Nazis. So, I mean, hey, you could turn it into content. The content here literally became making fun of my viewing history. Also, certain plugins that come with logins and bypasses from any of these news sites. Fair. Became. Oh my god. Come on. But not there. That's gross.
Now, on to the weekend kerfuffle. A funny story. Turns out Green, or MTG as we love to call her, spoke at a white nationalist conference in Orlando on Friday night, which we're sure was a total accident, because who among us hasn't accidentally walked into a crowd of white supremacists and started talking about America first? MTG is not aligned with anything that is controversial. This completely unplanned, pre-planned speech was both regrettable and probably President Joe Biden's fault. The fact that the crowd at America First Political Action Conference engaged in some light Hitler praising and before Marjorie spoke was asked to give a round of applause for Russia before breaking into an enthusiastic chant of Putin, 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 was certainly not a reflection on Green's decision-making. It was likely the fault of left-wing saboteurs, or possibly Antifa, or Democratic Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. The conference was put on by Nick Fuentes. He is a funny story, an American far-right and white nationalist political commentator. But the only way anyone could possibly know that is if they went through the laborious and unreasonable process of typing Nick Fuentes into Google.
Matt Binder, holy shit. Thank you for the raid. What were you doing? It is late as hell, but thank you so much. Let me go and throw a shout out over here Matt Binder. So you missed the fun ads. Yeah, you missed chat laughing at me because my ad blocker didn't catch a website. And so we got to look at ads based on my viewing history. How are you doing? We are looking at calls for candidates. Yeah, that's basically what we're doing. So you've got your hands behind you. That's why. I can fix that, you know. It's very easy. I can do a lot with my hands, okay? Especially these oh my God. I can't help it. I'm screwed. No matter what I say, it's all going to be taken terribly. Everything I say is wrong. All of it, all at once. So we found that Suris is into laundry porn. What the fuck is laundry porn? Suris, you were so distracted by your browsing history, you missed all the gift subs from... Holy shit, you're right. I did. I'm a terrible streamer. Jason Singe, thank you so much for dropping 5 gifted subs. I am an awful streamer and a person because I did not catch that. Thank you. And thank you, Salem, for doing my dirty laundry and letting me know that I had missed things. This topic is a bloody mess and I'm here for it. This topic is the reason Cherry hates me. That's what it is. So Jason reminded you first, but for some reason, you always read everything I say, so I decided to repeat it. The reason is you are one of my channel artists. My brain immediately filters it. But also, thank you, Jason, for pointing it out. Watch out for jizz socks. I do not use a sock. That is unsanitary. For God's sakes, people, please clean up properly. Don't use a crust sock, okay? God. It's gross. How many tangents at this point? I have no fucking clue. Just kill me. No, I don't. That's Raz. Binder like Swindler or Bender like Swindler? Said I did once upon a time. Use a towel. No, just paper towel. Paper towel. Or your partner's face. One of the two. Doesn't matter. Is JC even here? Did you disappoint them so much they left? I don't know. You're here, but still disappointed. I'm sorry, Jason. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Public apology at this point. You're true. I need to make a full-on now YouTube apology video. Guys, I know you're disappointed in me, but nowhere near as disappointed as I am with myself. I just need to let you know I'm not a perfect person. And nobody is, except our Lord and Savior, Jabus Christ. But I'm trying, and I, like all of you, am a work in progress. And I'm gonna keep getting better. I know what I did that I'm only going to say vaguely throughout this video without actually expressly saying the thing I did wrong was wrong. And you're going to have to use a Google search to find out what I did. Because all I'm going to apologize for is being a broken person. Because I'm a narcissist. And the only way I can communicate how I feel and how I've damaged other people is by constantly referencing myself and not the actions I've actually taken that hurt other people. But in all honesty, Jason, I'm sorry. I got caught up in everything else and I didn't catch the really incredibly generous 5 gifted subs. I should have. Everyone clipped that so it's clipped 50 times. Salem X the Washer said, how do the ears work? What do you mean? What about the ears? Look, I'm sorry, okay? I don't know what's wrong with me.
Also, the Anti-Defamation League describes him as a white nationalist. Again, nobody could possibly know that unless they Googled his name and read the second sentence of the first entry, which says the Anti-Defamation League has described Fuentes as a white supremacist. That's obviously a bridge too far for a busy patriot like Marjorie Taylor Greene, so it makes sense that she responded to the weekend whoopsie by saying, I don't know Fuentes, I've never heard him speak, I've never seen a video, I do not know what his views are, so I am not aligned with anything that is controversial. Nakibri, thank you for redeeming your points. Not redeeming your points, I'm stupid, I can't read. Thank you for the 100 bits. Correct. He introduced her, but she doesn't know him and has never heard him speak. She's not aligned with anything controversial, except instead focusing on important issues like Jewish space lasers. And appearing on conspiracy theorist Alec Jones' show InfoWars as she did last week to talk about beating up transgender people. Green is a favorite among our beloved Republican base and a big-time GOP fundraiser. And former President Donald Trump praised her during his Saturday night speech at a conservative political action conference, which was also in Orlando. So we here at the Republican Party certainly stand behind Green and accept the calm and respectful response she offered Sunday as news of her appearance at the conference spread. The Pharisees in the Republican Party may attack me for being willing to break barriers and speak to a lost generation of young people who are desperate for love and leadership. We did not see that coming. Isn't she a hoot?
A lot of this is covering political past. This is stuff that happened months ago. But I never actually looked at some of the other news articles where that was concerned. Jesus Christ. And then, of course, Donald Trump's daughter, Laura Trump, had gone, Canada's turning into North Korea. This is how it starts. Laura Trump furnished the latest and one of the more outlandish examples this Monday, when she suggested that Canada is becoming increasingly resembling North Korea. I can't speak. That how is Canada anything like North Korea? It's not. It's not. But if you want to justify an invasion of a country, the easiest way to do so is to call the country literally the worst thing you can think of. It's North, duh! It has people. That's exactly like North Korea. This episode is I need to end this episode before, just while we're ahead. We're not really ahead. We're screwed. This episode's a fustercluck. I have no idea what kind of magic Cherry is going to have to make to do to make this video come out in anything other than a fustercluck. Or maybe it coming out as a fustercluck is literally the exact thing people need. So doesn't Trump love North Korea? Isn't that a compliment? Could be. Anyways, let me know what you think in the comment section below. I'm gonna go die or something. Hit the like button on YouTube if you haven't already. Follow over on Twitch if you haven't already. Subscribe, all that other fun stuff. And as always, everybody, insert end of video tagline here.